Today, let's have some entertainment and make some wild speculation on how the XRP AMM probably ending up being approved on February 14th lines up with some very unverified talk of an uphold listing of SHX on February 14th as well. Now, I'm not this kind of a person. I don't normally like to post things that have to do with the tinfoil end of the XRP community. However, I don't talk about it on here, but I do have a lot of pretty heavy tinfoil tendencies in a couple of other topics. So it is entertaining. Now, why would I even uh, try to put this idea out there? Well, there are a lot of ties in between SHX and Ripple and XRP, and there's a lot of ties between Ripple and Uphold as well. They go back to, I think, at least 2018, and I have seen something out there that actually goes back farther than that, but I can't find it anymore. I'm not sure what I ever did with that. But it also ties back into how the people of SHX, XRP are so intertwined. You have one of the co-founders of SHX actually worked on XRP and worked on XLM before coming over with Tammy Camp, who was also with XLM as well. So I just don't think that these people are working in their own isolated spaces completely independently. I do think that there is at least some tangential coordination or parallel processing in a way that goes on between the entities that tie back into the PayPal mafia and XRP and XLM. So, why is it even possible that these two things actually coincide? Well, if you look on the SHX white paper, this is now actually Ripple Labs. And you have XLM being a key partnership as well, with Ripple actually being a key investor. And if you go forward a few pages, it highlights the multi-ledger blockchain compatibility and transaction processing with XLM and XRP, as well as on their own. And it also ties into the ACH network and the network and protocol is ISO 222 compliant as well, which makes sense because it effectively runs on XLM. So here is what kind of got things hearing in my. Here is where I began to piece together some things that are just purely speculation. So, Left Capital put this out that people that he talks to say there's a potential SHX listing on Uphold on February the 14th. And he heard from a little bird. And it's interesting because the AMM for XRP should go live on that day as well. And since SHX actually has some involvement with the XRPL, that kind of makes some sense as to why those two actions could occur close to each other, if not on the exact same day. There might be some tie-in with SHX on the XRPL AMM, which would also kind of make sense because the AMM is all about providing capital, providing liquidity into LPs. And that is a lot of what SHX is actually all about with their payments and merchant financing end of things, not to mention their merchant rewards as well. So J88010 actually expanded upon it a little bit, which is absolutely true. The fact that Uphold hasn't really responded to any of the SHX community tweets out of nowhere, all of a sudden, after a lot of responses, makes me believe that this is more than likely true, which is only a gut instinct. Actually, Uphold responded to a couple of my tweets as well, and it's not just in a copy paste way, like the canned responses that I've seen for probably almost a week now. Like it was individualized responses that were very playful and engaging as well, and it was almost a tease. So I do think that Uphold will eventually list SHX just because of Uphold's deep ties back into Ripple, because Ripple wants to use Uphold to help provide liquidity, and the AMM is all about that. And again, SHX is all about merchant financing. Well, it's not all about that, but it is heavily revolving around that, which at the end of the day is about liquidity and capital. So it's this kind of a triangle where if you begin to think about it long enough, it seems kind of logical. So here's where we get into the things that I don't really like to talk about, where this is the tinfoil end of the XRP uh, community. And there are some ties into the things that they talk about with SHX. And that primarily revolves around SHX being referred to as a cornerstone by Jed McCaleb of XLM, who came from XRP and the PayPal mafia as well. So it all ties back into that too. So it's just some more things that make you think about it a little bit more. And at a certain point in time, coincidences don't really become coincidental anymore, in my humble opinion. There are a lot of hints around the February 14th date. Heart with a 14 in it, right? This is one of the key images that the XRP tinfoil end of things actually refers to a lot. Then you've got some information from this guy who I won't say his name on here. That was on 2/14 of 21, which the times of these posts are referred to in a lot of things. Now, I don't refer to those a whole lot because I kind of find it hard to believe that you could know about this multiple years in advance, but hey, who knows? Then you've got more hearts from him as well, and another one here. So it's just interesting. Now, Arcollect, I'm still not sure of the ties of this account into the whole this guy thing, but I see them referred to together a lot. And the pinned tweet on that page was on February the 14th of 2021 with a heart which is where this one was as well. So hey, I am just kind of thinking outside of the box here. Even if it doesn't happen on February the 14th of 2024, I do think Uphold will have SHX on their platform relatively quickly.